Live from Harbor Station, it's the Vector Spaceman Show. Now here's your host, Vector Spaceman.
Hello, Space Cadets. It's your old pal Vector Spaceman back at it again, doing well, coming to you live once more from Harbor Station, broadcasting on all frequencies to our beautiful planet Earth. Now, whether you're watching us live or maybe you're catching us after the show, don't you know we're glad to have you on board. Thanks for helping us make outer space the place to be. Tonight, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Welcome in. Guess what's in store? It's the Vector Spaceman Show with me, your host, Vector Spaceman. Welcome back to the program, Space Cadets, and if you're just tuning in for the very first time tonight, welcome aboard. This week, it's Flop Till You Drop non-stop as we try to finish up our playthrough of Floppy Knights by the end of the week, change our programming up a bit, get into something new and exciting as summer comes to a close. Just 1 week left in August. It's time to look forward and get ready for fun stuff coming this fall. We've got special events on the horizon. And if you guys don't want to miss it, if you guys want to stay up to date with all of our broadcasts so that you never ever miss a show, then be sure to follow Vector Spaceman on Twitter, YouTube, and of course, right here on Twitch. I hope your summer has been going well, Space Cadets. I hope you're feeling fulfilled. I hope you've been making the most of it, getting out and experiencing all the lovely summertime events and activities of the Northern Hemisphere. Not for those suckers down in Australia, enjoying winter as we speak. Streams tend to get pulled back a bit during the summer. This is true. On account of other stuff going on, you know. People like to be out and about, doing things, going to events, spending time vacationing, hanging with friends, that sort of thing. We're guilty of that as well. But this week we've got at least 3 shows planned. We're trying to get back into the swing of semi-full-time streaming, as we strive to finish up Floppy Knights, get us through the main quest line, score some more Chivos, earn some more cards, and move on to new and exciting things for the show. Speaking of exciting things for the show, of course, as the summer wraps up, you know what that means? It's going to be time to start working on our annual Halloween animated special, yes. And you know what that means? It means we're probably going to be looking for guest stars and collaborators to play speaking and background roles. So definitely keep your eye out for notices over on the Twitter page, which is where we tend to post open casting calls for these sort of special events. The Halloween specials, I think, are almost always like the most creative, the most inventive, arguably the most well-received specials that we do, especially last year's. I encourage everybody who hasn't gotten to see it yet to check out Girls Fright, our longest, most ambitious animated special yet. I wonder how we're gonna try to top it this year, cadets. The Halloween specials always have some sort of theme of mystery, of horror of sorts. We're gonna have to find new ways to put our special spin on the Halloween genre. What will we lampoon this year? What great parody will we undertake for this year's Halloween event? Hopefully something that involves lots more people, lots more guest stars, lots more background characters, and of course lots more editing on my part. We'll stock up on those monsters. We'll stock up on those energy drinks and those chemical stimulants that help us get through the editing process. But it's worth it in the end. Don't you feel like it's worth it? I feel like it's worth it. But before we can get to all that, we gotta get to this playthrough. We gotta get this game out of the way so we can focus full time on bringing you animated goodness and specialized specials. Because that's what you deserve, Space Cadets. That's what you deserve. So it's time for Floppy Knights. We're into the back half of the game now. Just a few more zones to complete. We're gonna knock out another one tonight. These crystal caverns that we're traversing through. Before we're back again tomorrow for another installment as we try to get this game done by the end of the week. Gotta get a crate of those Coca-Cola coffee cans, indeed. That's true. We did try one of those for the very first time on one of the last specials that we were working on. Also, hello, Rig. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. I hope your summer times have been going well. But yeah, that Coca-Cola coffee, it works. I will say it works, but it's a bit strong on the coffee side. That's my review. That's Spaceman's review. Little too much coffee for my taste. Coffee taste for my taste, I suppose. Normally, we don't drink coffee. I think we've mentioned that before. Any sort of caffeine that we take is usually like a soda or actually, I don't know if energy drinks have caffeine in them, or if they've got that weird, they've got like taurine and other chemicals and stuff like that. I'm no chemist, so I can't speak on it authoritatively. Only with complete ignorance. Not that that'll stop us from speaking on it, but, you know, just understand where we're coming from here. It works, and I too enjoy it to the point I will now and then mix Coke half and half with cold brew coffee. See? We've got Coke with coffee at home. Riggs found the workaround. Why pay to have some factory worker, some guy in a bottling plant, upcharge you on it? Just put it together yourself at home. You got coffee beans. You got Coke cans. Mix them up. Go wild. Maybe not doctor recommended, but you know, that's the plus side of our subsidized healthcare, I suppose. Christina Parker, what's up, Vector? What's up, Christina? How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope things are well, and I hope your summertime's been going well as well. That's a lot of wells. Well. Let us know, Christina. Where do you stand on the mixing of super caffeinated beverages, Coca-Cola, coffees, energy drinks, that sort of thing? What keeps you motivated and propelled when you need a little stimulant, when you need a little pick-me-up? Rig and I are just talking here, chit-chatting. Because we got to start planning for the next few months. We're going to be putting together another animated special. And you guys remember, if you're not familiar with the animated specials, definitely check them out over on the YouTube page, because we put a lot of work into them, and they're super duper fun. And everybody enjoys them. But we're going to be doing another Halloween special, which means we're going to have to get lots of guest stars lined up. Means we're going to have to get lots of scripts written out. Means we're going to have to do lots of editing, voice work, Foley work, scoring, all that jazz. So that we can bring, you know, a 30 to 40 minute special that's good times for all. I'm good, actually. I don't like summer. I hate heat. Well, you might enjoy Australia this time of year then. Actually, you know what? Even though they're in the southern hemisphere, it's not like their winters are really winters. So I'm thinking of places like Argentina, I guess? Like, really, really far south like that? I guess they're experiencing a proper winter at this point. So that's what you gotta do. Flee to the south. And then come on back once wintertime hits. I don't mind the summertime heat, though, I gotta say. Spaceman gets out biking. Spaceman gets out walking around, traveling, visiting places, visiting peeps, visiting space cadets. It's good times. It's good times. You gotta stay active during the summer. And of course, that's why our streams suffer during the summer. But this week, we're gonna be having more streams than usual as we try to crank out the last little bit of this game that we've been playing. Floppy Knights. This little indie card battler, collector, diddly-do, sorta semi-strategy game. My recurring criticism for this game still remains that the game boards are just way too big. These rounds take way too long. Especially when you wipe and have to start all over. Give me more stuff like that into the breach, where it's a nice tight 8x8, like a little chessboard. Nothing ever felt constricted. It was good times. It was good times. See, we're playing games like this. We start criticizing, and it makes me want to go back to do more game dev streams. Since we've done some of those in the past. Put together some more mini-games. Put together some more full-fledged games. Throw some space cadets in there. Why not? Actually, I'm from Virginia and I love the winter. Who doesn't love the winter? See, you can appreciate 2 or more seasons. There's nothing wrong with that. Winter doesn't get too intense. Well, up here in space Canada, as it were, north of the space border, it gets a little more serious. But we learn to deal with it. We learn to live with it. We learn to cope with it. What do I mean by minigames? So in the past, we've done some Godot streams, some little programming streams, little game dev streams, where we put together little minigames that we've actually managed to hook into Twitch, like the, what do you call them? The redeems and stuff like that, so you can control what happens on the screen as it's happening, that sort of thing. And that was fun to do. I haven't really gotten around to implementing it into the stream full-time. But that's some stuff that we have done in the past. It's always been fun. Nice opportunity to flex the programming skills, the problem-solving skills, and make fun stuff at the same time. Do a little sprite work, do a little game dev. What's not to love? True, yes, the Spaceman is from Canada. We are a Canadian. My model looks cool, well, thank you so much. I worked pretty hard on it. Though, now that I think about it, like, the amount of time that I put into the Spaceman model really wasn't a whole lot compared to, like, the amount of times that we've put into the specials and me procrastinating on the 3D model that we want to release, like, eventually, but who knows when that's going to be. But I thank you very much for that. It's always nice to hear compliments, because we did put hard work into it, and I like my little Spaceman self as well. Even though I'm always forgetting to use the different toggles and stuff, like bam, 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 give them the guns, put the palms out, that sort of thing when we're being expressive, you know. A lot of functionality that we forget to use, because we get caught up in the chit-chat, we get caught up in the gameplay, that sort of thing. Sounds funny, actually, I don't know why I'm obsessed with your voice. Well, it's free! We give it out to the people, to the purple, when they tune in. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at Harbor Station. You're more than welcome to it. Every now and then somebody will come in and they'll say, "Oh, Vector Spaceman, you've got such a nice voice. Ooh, you sound like a radio man," or something like that. And I'm always like, "Oh, thank you, you're so polite." And I kind of always leave it at that, you know, because I figure it's just people being polite. But since we've been here on Twitch, since we've been streaming, we hear it more and more often. I'm starting to think maybe it's not just a coordinated ruse. Maybe people do actually like the way Spaceman sounds. See, I'm just used to it. I hear it all the time. That's what you get when you're all alone up here at a space station. You just gotta talk to yourself. That's what happens. You just gotta become accustomed to it. Why just Tuesday? So not just Tuesday. Though recently, just Tuesday. Tuesday is sort of the guaranteed stream day. So we'll always do a stream Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at Harbor Station. But we also do other days. We're going to be doing Wednesday, and we're also going to be doing Friday this week. In the past, there were times where we'd do like 30 streams in a row. Our first month of streaming, we went bam, 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 every day, something new, something fun. But you know, it's summer times. You gotta be out and about. You gotta be doing stuff. You gotta be having fun. So that's why the streams tend to slow down a bit during the summer. But as we ramp up back into fall, we'll be doing some more, how you say, regular streaming. 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe more times a week. But usually 8 p.m. to some time. Usually to like 10 or 11, something like that. We don't tend to go too long because we got stuff to do. Everybody's got stuff to do. We don't want to hang up everybody's evening listening to a spaceman. Although we appreciate the people who do. We appreciate everybody who tunes in, who chit-chats, who keeps us on in the background as they do other stuff, listening to a spaceman ramble. It truly is one of the best things that we're good at. Speaking of things that we're good at and transitioning to things that we're not so good at, we're going to be getting into some gameplay tonight, you guys. We got to crank out this Floppy Knights so we can get this done, so we can move on to cooler stuff. Because we're about done with this game. We want to get it done and dusted, so that's what we're going to be powering through this week. Today, tomorrow, Friday, if we don't get it done tomorrow. Let me throw on my game in hands here. And we're going to head on over to the big screen, you guys. It's time for some more Floppy Knights. Let's get into it. Bam! Here we are. And cheeky audio switch. There it goes. Bam, bam, ba, ba, da, bam. My emotes are enough for me, I think. I like my emotes. Every now and then we'll make some new ones as well, though to be fair, we haven't done a new one in a while. We used to do art streams as well, where we would make stuff for the show, little costumes and emotes and stuff like that, new expressions, hand stuff, because all our stuff here is self-made. We're very proud of that here on the Vector Spaceman Show. Yes, we are. If you've got even marginal skills, then you gotta flex them. You gotta use them. You gotta exercise those talents. Let's start the game. Yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna do good tonight, you guys. So, recap for those of you unfamiliar. Floppy Knights is this cool little deck building, card collecting, sci-fi / magic sort of setting of a game where we're summoning little critters that are stored on floppy disks, and that's very cool. That's very creative. That's very thematic. We love that. It gets a little obscure. And we haven't really gotten a huge variety of critters to use so far. But it just goes to build our sort of our internal library of criticisms with the game, which we like to dredge up once or twice every show. And it gets me thinking, oh, here's how they could have done it better. Oh, here's how we could have done it. And who knows, someday we might leverage some of these ideas in our own game dev streams, something like that. So, we are this person here. We are Phoebe, and this is our little robot companion through which we summon stuff through floppy disks. And that's very cool. And we won the science fair, we traveled through a mountain, we traveled through some spooky forests, and tonight we are going to be jumping into Shimmer Caverns, the not quite penultimate zone. Looks like we got this one to do, and then this one right here, and then this one right here. That should be it. So that's why I figure we'll be done either tomorrow or Friday, one of the two. And then we get to do more cool stuff, more varied streams. And recalling you guys, if you ever need to find the Vector Spaceman schedule, you can always check it over on the Twitter page, because that's where we tend to post these. Improve the quality of your teeth and spinal reticulation and your smelly breath by following Vector Spaceman on all platforms. 7 out of 9 doctors recommend. Alright, let's get into this. We got a bunch of challenges to do. Main objective for this one looks like we gotta defend our ogre companion for 12 turns. Bonus objective, keep him at max HP. We'll see if we can do that. We'll see. We're gonna load up our recent deck that we just made. Our guy's in trouble. What's this terrible wailing sound? It's echoing everywhere. And here's the guy, Bernard. Alright, he's stuck, it's cold, we get that. Winter's not, you know, it's some people's favorite, but you don't want to be out there freezing yourself to death now, do you? Especially when you're just some duber like this. Alright, Bernard, we just saw you in the last cutscene, but what are you doing here? Okay, he's glad we're here. After you helped save my village from that terrible monster, I decided I needed to break out of my comfort zone. What better place to get a break from the heat than the famous Shiver Caverns, I say. The Shimmer Caverns. Blech. Take a tour of the mines, I said. It'll be informational and relaxing, I said. Then there was this huge machine that barreled through. It separated me from the rest of my tour group. They all got out, but these rocks were stuck everywhere, and now I'm stuck. Oh great, we get to fight goblins again. Okay. Intruders, yes. He's hiding in the snow. I'm sure that's what happened, yes. Don't let anyone into the mines. Beat him to a pulp. We'll see about that. You hang in there, Bernard. We're on the way. Okay, we're gonna use the Hooligans deck. So mechanically, the gameplay reminds me kind of like we've got this commander unit that we have to keep safe all the time. And then we can summon other critters to do other stuff. And we have other objectives, like we gotta defend, what's his name? Bernard here, for 12 turns. We can do that, though. I'm sure we can do that. Okay, where are our spawn zones? Can we use either of these? Okay, so, ideally, we'll want to split our forces between these two spawn zones. We'll summon our teen spirit over here. Okay, teen spirit, you do 2 damage. This guy does a lot of damage, and he's got lesser speed. So how many attacks can we get in? These guys can't reach us. We might be able to take out this big fella here if we're enterprising with our card usage. So we have got every unit gets a free attack, so if we can get into range by using a movement card, then what can we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or is this water? It is water. Okay, I thought it might have been ice. Water costs more to travel over, so we're gonna have to use 2 movements. We can get a free one by using the shred card, so we should probably do that. So we can get him into position. He'll get a free attack, which does 2. We can spend for another attack, which will also do 2. And we can use a shockwave, which will do another 2, so that'll take him down to 5. That's not great. Not great at all. Christina Parker, our latest and greatest space cadet, thank you so much for the follow. We hope you enjoy your time here at the Harbor Station with Vector Spaceman and friends. Alright, I'm gonna chance it right here. Let's play our Sunshine card, get to draw an extra card. Here we go. We'll summon the Behemoth. Or will we? What's his... He's only got 1 health, but Behemoth flies, and Behemoth does more damage, so... What if... we move to here. Or maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? I think we gotta get more buddies on the board. Ghost can survive a tank from this, so I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shred it. Yeah, I mean, we may as well move to here. Okay, so free attack, do 2, and then we'll spend for another one. Do 2, okay. And that'll be the turn. We're all at energy, so that's all we can do per turn. The game mechanics kind of seem similar to like a mixture of like Magic the Gathering and that latest Digimon card game in terms of the energy resource that you have to use, or some might think of it as being like Hearthstone. Okay, we need someone more dubers. Let's get our free attack in first. We will want to mend our guys, most definitely. I'm thinking we could get a quibricating range. +2 damage. I say. Plus, when we summon him, we get a free attack card. So, that's what we'll do. You move up here, get your attack in. And that free attack card. There we go. We took out one of them. It's a fine start. Okay, we gotta spend to heal our guys, and now I feel like we should get our commander out there doing some work. Winter Whopper. Can we reach him? No, we're actually quite slow. Pass through enemy tiles, but it doesn't let us pass through any sort of terrain. Although, we can do something like this right here. Take a little shortcut. Not bad, not bad. Okay, you guys, we're gonna have to take a short 30-second ad break so that Jeff Bezos can get his money. So, if you're one of the lucky few who manages to bypass the ad roll, then good for you. You get to hear me ramble for the next 30 seconds. But as for the rest of you, we will see you in a brief half moment. We'll be right back on the Vector Spaceman Show. Let's run the ad. Here we go. As we contemplate what to do with our next turn. And we take a quick drink. We stay hydrated. We stay fluidated. Ah, that's good stuff. Okay. Let's end the turn. We'll wait for everybody to get back first. That's what we'll do. Then we'll end the turn. And it looks like we're back. Okay, we're gonna end our turn here. See what the enemies do. Alright, so they're trying to break out. Uh-oh. They're doing damage to our boy. We're really getting swarmed here. Maybe we need to load up our deck with more attack cards. Okay, if we can get this guy in range, up here, we can clear out this one. We're gonna have to summon a succulent so that we can get a free movement card. There we go. Good attack. Spend for another. And we're gonna have to chance. Here we go. That was very costly, but we managed to get rid of a unit all in one turn. Now, if we're lucky, some of these guys might be drawn away by our other units. Or maybe they're clever enough. Maybe they know to go for the big target here that we're supposed to keep defended for 12 turns. This one keeps peppering them. We're getting swarmed up here. Probably be a good idea to move up some ranged units. remove and restore 2. Don't mind if I do, that's a good one. Add 1 charge to your hand for each unit. Definitely want that. Now we've got movement. Okay, we've got the motion. I'm thinking... What are we thinking here? How hard do these guys hit? They do 2. That guy does 2. And he's got range. We've got no additional attacks. Okay. So everybody gets 1. So in that case, I'm thinking... Here, take out this one. I'll let one of these guys deal with this one. I'm thinking Ghost. I'm thinking Ghost with the heal. With the heal, with the heal. Doing 6 skateboard tricks. That's a teen spirit for you. Okay, Succulent, what can you do for me? You can probably take this one out at least. Give your body to the cause. Gotta take out these little guys. Gonna be stuck in there for a minute. I feel like this is a good place to be. Okay, we got a strong-ish kind of defense thing going here. Buddy is armored up, so he should be okay for a turn or 2. Kinda hoping that this sniper targets him. That's our main commander unit, is this yellow guy here. So we gotta keep safe. As well as this guy down here. Okay, so we lost our Succulent. That was to be expected. Now we got a whole horde of big beefy guys over here. Okay, we got some good cards. Good cards on tap. This is one of my favorites right here. Ooh, and this one's great. 1000 Cuts. Great card because it gives us half damage attacks. For free. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna summon... Alright, so Bamboomer's got a 3... range. So we put him right here. He should be able to hit this big guy. Right? Yes. Bam! Just like that. Another couple of those. And we'll be golden. But let's get our free attacks out of the way first. Of course, of course. Behemoth, what can you do for us? Why, you can take out this little goober right here. You sure can. Okay, okay. Alright, so the last thing we do is going to have to be spend 1000 cuts. Look at all these attacks we get. Fantastic. Alright. We can spend a bunch here to whittle this guy down, even though it's half damage. You spend enough of them. And it does the job. I think we're gonna have this round in the bag. Clearing out a lot of guys, but here's a problem. We gotta do this for 12 turns? Why do they make it so long? That's the question. That's the question. Okay, and I can't use this to attack anybody who's too close range, so we basically just gotta waste the rest of those. And end our turn. So this is where my complaint comes back, where it's like the board games are way too big, rounds last way too long, too much stuff going on. You know, just Spaceman complaints. Total Chaos. Each time an enemy takes damage this turn, we get to draw a card. Okay, but we're not doing any self-damage right now, so don't think we have to worry about that. We'll just get our free attacks off. This guy's kind of moved into the perfect range for us. I think we're gonna just keep the bamboo unit down here sort of as a guard across here. We might play the waste card just to get it out of the deck. That showed up there because we lost a unit. They've got range. These guys have got range. More turns, more fun. Hello, Dragon Durant of the Yasuhiro 0088. I hope you're having a fine Tuesday. I hope your summer is going swimmingly. I hope you're getting out and about, going on motorcycle rides and what have you, having a grand old time. We're doing what we do best here, playing games poorly. I hope that you, likewise, are living up to everything we expect from a dragon. Alright, I think we'll play the waste card, get that out of the deck. We be rolling. Is this Monster Advance Wars? In a sense, it kind of is. That's another good one to compare it to. Like Advanced Wars slash Final Fantasy Tactics slash what's the other one? Fire Emblem slash the one that I like, Into the Breach slash, you know, any sort of tactical grid-based combat type game mixed with card mechanics and customizable deck building, and they're all supposed to be spawned out of floppy disks, and I think that's a very cool concept, even though they haven't really capitalized on it, you know, super well with this game. The narrative's kind of bogus, but that's okay because it gives us ideas that maybe we'll steal and use for stuff in the future, and isn't that what games are all about? Yes, it is. A monster mash, you could say. Indeed. You might say. You might even say. Okay, ending our turn. All we gotta do is keep this blue guy in the center here safe for like 4 or 5 more turns. It's turn 7 right now, so 5 more turns. And then we'll be golden. Alright, get our free attacks. We'll play this for some motion. Free attacks. How far can you move? That's no good. We'd be in range, and we don't want that. So we'll pull back here. He'd be in range, so we'll pull back here. Let's move Duper up here. We'll get his attack off. These guys are stuck in snow. So I think that's kinda okay. Kinda okay. Seems like we're safe. This already feels like it would make a nice and simple board game. Yes, until you realize that the objectives tend to be super long, and the board game, like, this is a semi-decent sized board. But, like, the fact that I have to, like, scroll around and stuff. There's much bigger ones that we've come across, and it sucks, especially when you wipe and you have to start all over again, because failing objectives is one thing, but if you ever lose your commander unit, that's this guy right here, for us, because that's the commander in our deck. If you ever lose him, you just lose. Straight up, game over, start the round again. So you gotta be tactical. You gotta be considerate. You gotta be forward thinking. And sometimes we're not. You know what? I think... yeah, why wait? We'll take the fight to this guy. Bam! Hit him with the skateboard. Hit him with the ghosty skateboard. And... do we want to move back? No, we'll stay here. We'll stay where we're at. And that's turn 7. On to turn 8. Alright, we're gonna see a bunch of spawns this round. There we go. More goobers. More doobers even. Let's analyze their range so he cannot get to us. This one's kind of out of the way. These ones are a bit of an issue, a bit of a concern. 2 steps to your hand for each unit. Ah, so motion. We get semi-free motion. That's decent. We could summon a succulent before we do that. Give us 1 extra one. What's the cost here? We're going to spend 2 on that. Yeah, I think we can afford that. Let's summon a succulent, get those freebies. Might even use second wind to bring him back and draw an extra card. Let's do that, actually. What do we got here? Overrun. Move unit. If he's attacked, move 2 extra. Okay. I'm thinking... free movement. Get into range here. That'll help. I'm thinking we spend the sweet move card, get all of these. These half movements. There we go. Okay, now we're in range. Knock him out. You step out of the water. Take your free shot. There we go. Is this guy going to be in range next turn? Yes, he is, so we'll move you back. Skateboard kid. Into range. Knock him out. Ooh, can't even move, because our half step would be 0 here. I assume Bernard is the dude who looks like he needs a hug. This guy right here. If only we could zoom in. Bernard, a cowardly villager. I didn't realize that I lost my game in hands. There we go. There we go. Now we're nice and thematic. Yeah, this little blue doober down here. Gotta keep him safe, because that's what the game says. All right, we are going to. Can I double up step cards? I cannot. I can't, Dragon. I cannot. Moth. How much damage do you do? You do 3. So can we get you in range? It looks like we can. Use your mothy goodness. There we go. 1 hit. And the last thing we'll spend on is the kick. There we go. Okay, looks like everybody will be safe for another round. I was thinking this was going to be, how you say, difficult? But no, it's just long. All of these, how you say, objectives are just so long. Especially when you bring out more units, which you kind of have to do. Okay, he's going to get in range. So we'll probably want to move back 1. Ghost will take care of that next turn. Ooh. We'll heal everybody so that Ghost can survive if this guy decides to attack him. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think so. How much movement can we get done? Unfortunately, we can't move the Bamboomer too far. I think he's better off where he's at. In fact, I'm going to move him right here so that he's automatically within 3, which is his attack's range. Should have made the card graphics floppy disks. Like, I'm telling you, there's so much missed potential with the floppy disk sort of thing. Because here's the thing, storing creatures on floppy disks is like the ultimate Pokémon Monster meets Digimon sort of union, right? I feel like that's what we've been working towards all these years. You know, it's like, how did we not think of this sooner? It's that retro tech meets collectible critters thing. It's very tactile. Who doesn't love pushing a a floppy disk into a reader, you know? But they blew it. They blew it by making the first, like, 3 or 4 zones exclusively plant-based critters. It was like, what are we doing here exactly? And then by the time they start opening up other critters and stuff, none of it's very, like, digital themed. I feel like the floppy disk aspect is completely wasted. Completely wasted. And so ultimately it just becomes another case of, alright, how are we gonna, how would we do it? How would we fix this? How would we put our spin on it? And then we just end up doing more game dev streams in the future. Ultimately, that's what's gonna happen. I can already feel it. They're waiting for us to flip them with our pogs? Yeah, we need them slammers. We need those quality slammers. Also, hello, Nox! Why are the knights so floppy? It's non-stop flop. Why are the knights so floppy? Because they get stored on floppy disks. And you'd think that would be, you know, super cool, but somehow the game finds a way to make that sorta kinda lame. Alright, we are in danger here, so the only thing we're gonna do is move out of the danger and pass the turn. Non-stop flop is a name waiting to be used for something great? I think so. Aha, see? That's why we buffed our ghost, so we could survive that shot. Okay. We get a free attack. We can pay for an extra attack. There we go. Ghost stays ghostin'. Free attack. Free attack. Anything spawned down here? Not yet. So I'm thinking Bambooter's kind of got this covered, so we should get our behemoth up here where he can do some more useful business, you know? Guy is going to attack somebody for 4, so I'm going to lose 1 unit. Unless I draw something cool, like this, right here, right now. An extra attack! Why, yes, I think that will work out, because Behemoth... Oh, shoot. I just remembered Behemoth attacks in a radius, so we are going to lose a unit. It's going to be our own guy. Oh, we don't attack our own guys. That's good to know, that's good to know. That's real gameplay knowledge. That's game mastery right there. Clearing the board. And then the question becomes, why did we have to do this for 12 rounds? Why couldn't we have done it for like 8 rounds? Or 6 rounds? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, Ghost. Smack him. This guy can't get in range of anything, which is rad. We are going to summon a succulent so that we get a free movement action. So that we can hold down these spawners. And then I'm going to give armor to the ghost, just in case. Extra armor to the ghost. Artine spirit, as it were. And then let's pay for the rally card. Gives us all these charge cards so we can put everybody into range where they need to be. Let's hold down this spawner. Let's hold down this spawner. And this guy's going to be the only problem. But maybe we can... Did you attack this turn? You did not attack this turn. Or did you attack this turn? Now I can't remember. Does anybody remember if he attacked this turn? Now I can't. Too bad you can't body block the spawners. Actually, I'm not even sure if we can stand on the spawners, so presumably we can do that. I think I've just never thought of that. Interesting stratagem, Dregan. I wonder if that's worth doing. I kind of just like using the free attacks. But do we get damage like into the breach? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I figure since we're on turn 11, and we just have the last 12 turns, now's not the time to find out. If they can't spawn, they can't fight. Easy peasy. See? Another thing that Into the Breach did right. We always come back to, wasn't that a great game? Nice and tight and concise and compact. And it's like, yes! It was super cool. Imagine the mission ends early if you stop all the spawners. See, wouldn't that be great? See, we're gonna get the bonus objective here and the main objective because we're just so good. We're just so cool. We're just so super duper. Let's see, what can we spend here? We're gonna move. We're gonna hit him. Zap. And we're going to spend a devilish deal. We'll do 2 damage to our succulent. That'll kill him. It'll give us extra, extra cards. We can get these. And now we can completely clear the board as we end round 12. I figure I feel like that was a good way to end it. Look at Sparko, he's so cool. He is pretty cool. So this deck's theme is supposed to be like delinquent monsters. That's why we have Sparko with the leather jacket. That's why we have the teen spirit, which is like a ghost on a skateboard. And we just got a new card from this theme, which is called the Applejacker. He's very slow, he's got decent attack, okay health. He hits up close. We get 10 bitcoins to go along with that. That's nice. Add a smoke bomb to our hand. So I wonder what the smoke bomb does. We'll take a look at that in the card collection before we move on to the next objective. But that was one. That was one mission. And it took, how long did it take us? Wow, so long. Okay, Bernard, now we get a lot of exposition. Oh, my heroes. And we get to talk to goblins. Who are you meddlers? They're the heroic duo, Phoebe and Carlton. This heroic duo thing is really getting around, huh? I demand you leave this cavern and give it back to the miners. Miners love caverns, man. You got rocks or brains? Why would we leave? Time to rally. Make preparations for the ambush. And they're off. Okay. It's not an ambush if you know it's coming. Very good point, Bernard. Okay, get lost, Bernard. All this exposition that we gotta get past. Okay, miners have been drilling, causing cave-ins. No, we're not trapped. We just gotta find a way out. Please tell me that we're not just gonna be doing the protection missions for the next two or three of these. Alright, we're gonna be going deeper into the caves. But you should be safe if you stick with us. We're going right toward that ambush. Let's go. Watch out for falling rocks. Rocks fall and everybody dies. I don't know what they're actually called, Dragon. I just call them bitcoins because they got a B on them. They could be bytecoins, who knows? Bits and bytes. Okay, next one we're doing, main objective, destroy the satellite. Bonus objective, defeat all enemies. Let's take a look at our card collection, since we just got that slick new Applejacker. What'd he do? Move a unit, and they gain invisibility, so that's what the smoke bomb do. Applejackers are cheap. Don't mind that. Bird's Eye. Costs 1, moves 4, heals 3, and 3 health? That's like way better than my Quiver Kid, isn't it? Same speed, but just better health and better attack? Oh, but they only attack from a range of 1. Okay. Add Mock. Attack an enemy using their attack value. Hey, I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, who can we replace? We're gonna get rid of the Troublemaker. We're gonna add the Birdseye. Succulent is a very good way of getting extra movement and attack cards. I think it's time we get rid of the Grow card. We can replace that with either the Applejacker, or let's see if we can build new cards. Why is Succulent so mad? I don't know. Succulents are like almost cactus type plants, right? So maybe he's just dehydrated. Maybe he just needs to take a drink. That's what I'm gonna do. You guys should do that too. Let's all take a drink. Ah, glug glug glug. But you gotta stay hydrated. Gotta stay fluidated. Okay, so we got lots of options here. We could add another Teen Spirit. Staying alive, that seems okay. Peer Pressure. Attack an enemy, add +1 damage for each other unit. I kinda like that. Discount the cost of any other card in hand by 1 at the cost of 1. So it's not really a discount, is it? Because you're still spending the same amount of energy. Am I wrong about that? I'm not wrong about that, right? That's the math. That's a silly card. Everybody agrees. This is why delinquents, they can't do math. That's the problem. What does the Succulent always forget when going on a formal dinner? Dragon, it's cacti, okay. I was gonna say, this is a very tortured setup for a joke. I can only imagine it's gonna be a very specific pun. Well done. Well done. Unit gains protection. Attack an enemy, add a strike card. Add armor. I kinda like the idea of either adding this peer pressure card or just adding extra attack cards to the deck. So we're gonna craft one of these, we're gonna craft additional attack cards, and we'll see what we can fit in there. Let's go back to the deck. So see, we're not even allowed to make our own custom decks. Here's another gripe I have with the game, since there's new people here who haven't heard all my gripes. So we got the plant deck, we got the monster deck, and we got the hooligan deck. Sorry, hooligan, that's the one that we're using, not delinquents, hooligans. And the difference between these decks are the commanders that you can use. So in a plant deck, you can only use a plant commander. So either this guy or this guy. In a monster deck, you can only use a monster commander. So either this guy or this guy. But you can mix and match any other card. So what's the actual difference there? There's no actual limitation. It's just giving you a preset deck slot, is what it is. So just let me make decks, man. Game creators, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Okay, so let's add peer pressure, because I like the sound of it. Let's remove... what do we want to remove? We've got a better version of Rally with the 1000 Cuts / Sweet Move card. So we might get rid of that. Attack an enemy for +2 damage, and then destroy it. So that's a once and done. Which is better than just a regular attack because it frees up rotation when the deck gets shuffled. No same type bonuses? I don't think so. No, it's just a commander slot, basically. Alright, let's get rid of Overrun. And then we can add an extra attack. Is there anything else we can get rid of to make room for an extra attack? Maybe we don't have to. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe that'll be just fine. Alright, let's give it a whirl, shall we? Let's see how this plays. All we gotta do is destroy a satellite. Easy peasy. Okay, now we get some dialogue. Something's bothering us. What's up, Phoebes? Why do these goblins want the shimmerite anyway? What use do they have for it? Goblins love shiny rocks. It is known. The rock person suggested the goblins wanted to sell it. But to who other goblins? Don't ask questions. We're just here to beat them up and destroy their satellite, because these are technologically advanced goblins for some reason. An ambush? Oh boy. Okay. You little idiots fell for our ambush. You can always tell an ambush is coming because they'll yell ambush. That's the classic sign of an ambush. Okay, we're surrounded. Like, there's a lot of just, like, dialogue that feels like it's just, like, filling in. Like, it feels very wasted. That's another critique I'd have of the game. Our Floppy Knights are gonna make quick work out of you, and you could have ended it there. Okay. Alright, we're slotting in them floppies. Let's do this. Alright, to win this battle, we need to destroy the satellite, which is down here. Okay. We spawn in any of these. And if we capture this little terminal here, we can spawn in this, which would be grand, which would be great. Okay, I'm thinking spawn here. We'll crowd surf down to here because that lets us get through snowballs. And we've only got one Monstar in hand right now. That's 2 cuts for each unit. We're the only unit. Alright, so that means we really should use our attack here. Another attack here. Get some armor here. Alright, we can either spend this now and it'll flip to the movement version of the same card to be used later by our units, or... See, these guys can't get to me. We'll end the turn. I want to capture this so we can spawn guys further down. Oh, what is this? Raiders. Eruptions will land here and deal 2 damage. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, we cannot move through rocks. Just snow. You know what I just realized? These are one-time use deployment zones. So we really, really have to get our guys down here. How much damage can we do here? +1 damage for each of the units. We basically have to... I mean, we gotta fight all the way through here. I didn't even realize. Just to get down to here. Okay, so in that case... we're gonna go Keen Spirit spawn here. Shred to here so he's at a range of this guy. Use the manual on our biggin. Free attack. We're gonna have to spend Peer Pressier. Get a little extra damage, but that's fine. And then we'll move up here to get ready to get through here. Stays at a range. I think we're okay. If we can just keep moving through these snow piles with the crowd surf card that we have, then we should be good. I'm thinking we'll probably use it on the Teen Spirit next turn. Move him through, take this guy out. We're thinking ahead here. This one didn't move at all. A little unexpected. But that's fine, that works for us. Okay, Teen Spirit into here. Draw this guy into the crater. Behemoth would be great because Behemoth flies, so Behemoth can get over a lot of this. So I'm thinking Behemoth to here. Wasted. Behemoth to here. And then next turn, we should be able to capture this permanent deployment zone. Nice, that's why we need more flying units. Okay, and we end. So we got a nice buffer here. This guy's going to chase the ghost. But it'll take him a couple of turns, and by then we can just skedaddle out of the way. They don't have any spawn zones of their own. So maybe we could get that secondary objective. That might not be too tough, actually. Okay, first guy that we are going to spawn, I think. It's going to be the Bamboomer when we get down here. And we're about to get down there. Just like this. So he's on the board, should entice this guy to come at us, which will put him in perfect range. We can deal with him. Because that's 1, 2, 3, we want him right there. Okay, I'm thinking, let's draw a card first. Okay, extra movement. This guy's got a range of 2, so if we're right here, he can't do anything to us. So I don't mind moving us in here then. Give him a little zap. And we're not going to checkpoint anybody just yet. We've still got at least one more turn where we don't have to worry about this guy. Plus, this is going to be covered up for a turn, I think. At least a turn. By our bamboo shooter. Who comes to us from the plant deck. Okay, Teen Spirit. It's time to... Oh, but that's right, he can shoot diagonally. And that counts as being 2 range. Okay. I forgot about that game. You got me. One thing I've had to sort of work around, is that the ranges are definite. Like if something says your attack range is 3, that doesn't mean you can attack at 2 or 1 as well. It means you're stuck on that. But we've enticed this guy into range. Oh, we can hover up on here, that's great. Give him the old smack. And we'll do another attack. And then we should probably move... Should probably move the ghost, actually. Move him down here. Your attack right now is 3. Yeah, but we really do have to get this guy finished up. So, like that, and use a shockwave like that. Got him. So we gotta clear this path here if we want any of our guys to get down in here and do some business. Will this guy be... Oh, he won't actually have range to move on to the crater, but I was gonna say, would he be foolish enough to do so? I don't think we're gonna pursue that secondary objective. We're just gonna try to get this done. So we can get the next one done. So we can get the next one done. So we can close out the show for them. It's big strategy hours right here. What's your guys' like all-time favorite strategy game? For me, it always comes back to Into the Breach. That was such a rad game. It was like the best tactical grid-based strategy puzzle type game I've ever seen. I always praise how like concise and not at all claustrophobic that 8x8 grid was. It was just perfect. Just mwah, chef's kiss as it were. But of course, everybody's got their own favorite. What was yours? If you want to share. If you're feeling generous. Give old Spaceman a word burger of your time. I think we might actually have to clear this snowball here. Who's taking damage? Is anybody taking damage? Sparko is taking damage, I think. Oh, got it back somehow. Oh, took shield damage. That's what we took. Okay. Alright, let's move. We're gonna clear this snow pile. Alright, we can't crowd surf with enough range, so we're just gonna go here. We're gonna spend another attack. And just like that. Then we are going to get the Bamboomer off of that spawn zone. Unit takes some damage. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to pass the turn. Another reason I think like the game would move a lot quicker if every unit had a free movement, as well as a free action, as well as a free attack. Because right now everybody gets a free attack. That's fine, but you gotta spend to move everything. All the enemies get a free movement and a free attack. Why can't we have both? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, this guy's gonna get wasted by a crater. How much damage do craters do? Just 2? Okay. It'll slow him down at least. Alright, we can move past that snow pile. We love to move past snow piles. What else can we do? We can peer pressure, and we can summon a bird's eye. We would have to be on a crater in order to use the Bamboomer. Alright, I'm thinking we go here. We shred. We free attack. We bird's eye. We peer pressure. Yeah, that takes him right out. Perfect plan, Spaceman. Not much of a plan, but a perfect plan. Alright, draw rally. Get an extra energy next turn, which will be useful. It would be real nice to get the Bamboomer up here. 1, 2, 3. Start peppering these guys. Or a better idea, since the moth is so speedy, our behemoth. We'll get our behemoth up ends. Okay, let's see if the ghost can't do something to this fella here. Oh, because... Oh, perfect, look at that. They're helping us out. Okay, so Crowd Surf is going to be used on the ghost, because we're going to do a swift attack, and we're going to shift through the snow. Okay. Behemoth, I need you... No, I need you to be right here, though. I need you to be right there, though, Behemoth. Not to worry, we have extra movement, and look at this. Oh, I see now. It doesn't attack in the whole area. We just get to choose a direction. But if we spend Whirlwind, for example, then it attacks everywhere. Okay. So we're probably going to lose the moth. But at least we can take one of these guys out. And that'll leave the satellite wide open. See, that's not great game design, is it? When I want to forego the secondary objective just because it would take way too long to get up there and deal with these guys because my mobility is so limited. Because I can't move for free. Okay. That's gonna be perfect. Let's get our schmovement done first. Get out of range. We're gonna have to spend some of it on this guy. You know what? I don't even think we do. We can just move here. Just move through them. Now we can spend the 1,000 cuts. So these all do half damage, which means 2 for each at a cost of 0. We can just whittle it down. And just to be cheeky, we can take out this goblin at the same time before we finish the job. There we go. Success! Well done, Spaceman. Pour out some more drink. Pour one out for old Spaceman. Spinneret. We get a new unit. Poison attacks. Poison attacks are pretty baller. Adds a poison lance. Interested in what that does. Nice speed. Decent attack. I really want to know what the poison lance is, though. Give me that card. Yeah, we broke through. We're gonna make it to that drill. Okay, see, you could end the dialogue here. We don't need Carlton speaking. We don't need Bernard speaking. We're gonna find out what it is because it's the next mission. We're just padding at this point. Defeat Felix, so Felix must be the big boss. Win in 20 turns or less. That's the bonus objective. 20 turns or less. And here comes we come full circle. Back to the big criticism with the game. It just takes so long to do stuff. Like, this game should have taken us half the time that it has. And it all would have been solved by giving our units a free move action every turn. Let's look at our collection. Let's look at that new Spider. That new Spider unit. Poison Lance attacks enemies in a line and inflicts poison. That's pretty rad. I like that a lot. And it costs 2. What a deal. What a steal. Bird's eye, we didn't even get to use you last time. Right, I'm thinking... let's lose one of these movement cards and let's put a spinneret in there. Yeah. Return unit to your hand, draw one card. We hardly ever use that. But I'm going to keep it in for the moment. Because it has served us well in the past. Who knows when we need to make a quick extract. You never know when our units might get swamped. Oh, it's this robot-looking fella. We saw him in the cutscenes from last time we played. I told you no one gets in until I mined all the shimmerites. This guy's got a pretty decent look to him. Messes our names up. You must be the meddlers putting my mercenaries to work. Who is this? Why don't we let him explain himself, Bernard? The extremely smart and surprisingly handsome robot Overlord Felix. Are you the brawn of this outfit? Sure he is. Bernard's part of the team now. I can't bother to remember another name and it doesn't matter. True, he couldn't even get ours right. None of you could possibly stand up to my mecha drill. Alright, let's find out. You're gonna cave in this whole mine with that giant drill. Yeah, you know what? Just let him figure himself out. That's fine. Let him deal with himself. If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to come over here and fight me. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We don't need Bernard. We don't need to hear your take on this. I think this is gonna be a tough one. Okay. Just so much endless dialogue. Ooh, is he gonna move across the field or something? Defeat Felix by destroying his giant drill. No, I guess not then. In 20 turns or less. Okay, let's get some units on the field. We got attacks, we got peer pressures, we got extra attacks. Okay. Give us a shred. Teen Spirit, how much damage do? You do 2. Okay. So we're gonna have you shred down here. Get your free attack in. Gives us a free manual. We're gonna have to crowd surf around him. Free attack. Extra attack. We're gonna have to use the big bonk. Okay, but that's a good start. I wonder if we can... I guess we're gonna have to get a flying unit if we want to get over this real quick. And that drill's got 40 health, it looks like. And it attacks. And it's got a range of 20? Whatever. Okay, so we just have to stay out of that area. I didn't even notice that. So check that. That drill shape that we thankfully haven't found ourselves in. Alright, so what's the route here? That's covered by rocks, so basically we have to come around here, down here, and then back up over here. And then there's a very thin entrance on either side. So we can go from either side. We want to capture this deployment zone here, though. Okay. So we're going to come up and around, capture this, and then probably go through here. That's got to be the quickest way. Hope you like the taste of drill? Well, we'll see. Oh man, what is this? What is this red zone here, though? Is that anything? Tell us what's up, game. Tell me we don't have to be out of this zone like every second turn. Okay, what can we do here? What can we do here? Move, behemoth, and we couldn't afford the extra cuts, unfortunately. Or maybe the deadly drill changes like its attack pattern every turn. Oh no, it's still got that shape there. Okay. In that case, I'm thinking we hide the ghosty boy down here. We're gonna behemoth. Then we're gonna have to spend 2 moves. I'm gonna put us right here. And we're gonna see what happens with this red zone, because I'm not getting any information out of it. I would love if it destroyed his own units, but I'm willing to guess that's not gonna happen. Oh! I was wrong! I was so wrong! That's a welcome surprise. Thanks for that, game. I couldn't have been more wrong. I thought they were all going to be immune from his drill, but no siree. Well, that's actually rad. I love that. Okay, do we get another unit on the board? Probably be a good idea, yeah? I think so, yeah? Okay, Whopper can't reach us. This guy can. Do we start drilling our way through here or something? Maybe. Just maybe. Add Poison Lance. Show me Poison Lance. It's a line attack that deals poison damage. How far is that line? That's what I want to know. 3. Because if I could poison both of these guys, that would kind of be super cool. If he's poisoned, he'll take 1 HP. Unfortunately, that means I'm probably going to lose the moth. This guy does what? 4? Yeah, 4 damage. Oof. Big oof. Alright, we're just going to have to see how that plays out. Will he try to go after our commander? Or will he target the very vulnerable moth? Yep. Thought that might happen. No worries, Moth, you did a good job. Take a nice long rest. Okay, Bamboomer, excellent unit. But it's a little slow, so I'd rather spawn it down here. Let's draw an extra card, move a unit, and restore HP. Good like that. Spinnerets, you only do one range. Attack a unit, gain 3 armor. I like that. So we're going to get our freebie. We're gonna move. Waste this guy. And try to entice these guys out. And last thing we'll do is summon a bird's eye. Put that mock into the rotation. So we'd love to draw these guys into the line of fire. Come on. Come on. Take the bait. Yes. Okay, give me lots of movement. We have no movement. Add 1 charge to your hand for each unit. Okay, in that case, we want to summon a succulent. Give us a free move action. Give us a crowd surf. And then we'll spend the rally. There we go. See, lots of movement options now. I guess we're gonna have to take care of these guys. Let's get the spawn. Let's summon a Quiver Kid who will get a free attack. And we got a checkpoint, so we can de-summon someone. Like the Succulent, for example. But I'm actually thinking Quiver Kid would be much better to have over here. Problem is I can't afford him. Because I think Quiver Kid Teen Spirit. I think Teen Spirit costs 2. So maybe he's just okay where he's at. Can't really get him around here, so maybe I'll just have him finish off that fight. And instead, we'll move our mans up here. There we go. You know what? I will do that. We'll checkpoint. Oh, Teen Spirit only costs 1! How do you like that? What's better than that? Okay, back in the hand. And since he just got summoned, technically does that mean that he's got a free attack? It does. I like that. I like it. But I'm going to keep him right there for now. Anybody else that we want to move? That we desperately need up in the fight? Not this turn, really. So we'll end the turn. See these guys take massive damage? Nice. Very nice, very nice. You'd almost think we planned that. That guy's hiding in the trees because he fears our awesome prowess. Naturally. However, got match movement right here, so I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna move up. We're gonna do damage. We're gonna do peer pressure damage. There we go. Well spent, well spent. I'm thinking... Quiver Kid, let's get you up here, shooting through. There we go. We'd love to see it. Well, let's get our ghosty boy right here, ready for what comes through. They're going to move into position to take out this snow, which means that the Quiver Kid's going to get a free attack on it. We're doing pretty decent here. Pretty decent. I'm thinking that we might actually finish this within 20 turns. It would be great. It would be awesome. It would be fantastic if that drill wanted to start damaging stuff again. Wouldn't that be rad? Wouldn't that be swell? Wouldn't that be awesome? I think so. This guy does 4. Okay. We could survive that if we buff, if we mend. Shockwave, that could be cool, that could be rad. Let's get our free attacks out of the way first. I've got nothing. Oh, I got the crowd surf, that's right. So we do have a free movement. Let's get up on here. Free attack. Shockwave attack. And then I'm thinking we're probably going to lose another unit. Unless we do 2 damage to somebody and draw some cards. Spinneret, take one for the team. Here we go. Movement. Okay, so we got to move both these guys. You've got to move here, Ghosty. And you've got to move here. There we go. Now everybody's safe. Safe and sound. Kind of. Maybe. We'll see. Because we might actually lose a guy here. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Come on. There we go. So next turn. Next turn, that'll do damage. Ah, they got our moth. They wisely chose to target our moth. So now I think is the time to find out if standing on one of these spawners actually blocks it or not. Now I think is the time. How far did the lance go again? 3. So if we were here, go 1, 2, 3, it wouldn't quite hit. Wouldn't quite hit. Alright, let's shred. Let's do an attack. Oh, he's still got 1 health left. That sucks. Alright, well. Let's go around the outside. 3B. think we're gonna second wind it. We're gonna draw him back. Shoot, this guy's gonna take 3 damage. So we need to do 2, 3, 5? 5 damage to him. How can we do this? How can we do this? It is a mystery. I think what we're gonna have to do is just move the Quiver Kid out of the way. Let's put him on the spawner. There we go. And we'll see what happens. We're gonna trust that this guy targets our commander, because that would be the smart play. No! I survived though. This is fantastic. Fantastiki. Would love if that drill went off more often. Okay, so we're standing on the spawner. Spawn point. Enemy spawn at the end of the countdown, but does that do damage or anything? What's that arrow that's pointing down? Maybe that's just telling me I'm on a spawner. It wants me to remember. Don't forget. Okay, bird, you can take care of this guy. No problem. Let them come. Move unit and restore HP. We'd love to do that. We don't have to do Whirlwind. We can instead go right down here, crowd surf our way through, deal damage, and we want to pay for 1,000 cuts? I think so. We whittle this guy down so he's not bothering us anymore. And our little Quiver Kid can stay posted right on that spot. And then the last thing I guess we'll do is we'll boost him up. There we go. Keep him protected. That's it. Because nobody else has range. It's a lot of cut cards that'll get discarded. And that was a cool little digital effect when it disappeared, wasn't it? The pressing question, of course, is why don't we have more digital effects? When this is ostensibly a game about critters that come out of floppy disks. Let's play with that concept, you know? Okay, decent hand here. This guy's gonna be a danger. Got a lot of movement cards though, so let's do one of these. We'll give him one of these. Problem is, Snowball Sniper would be able to kill us if we stayed in range there. So, we'd love to get one of these guys further up here to help guard that spawn point. In the meantime, let's do this. We're gonna move here, free attack to clear up this snow pile. He does 4 damage. That's okay, because we can tank that. We'll be able to waste him next turn. That clears a path from spawn to this big thing. Ah, we're on turn 10, man. Okay, so I think we're losing our Quiver Kid to this sharpshooter. Yup. Or no. Curiously enough, perhaps not. But we are spawning something here, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, the Bambooma. Okay, so that's perfect. Guess we can go 1, 2, 3. Mix up perfect. Little firing zone. Yeah, really gotta waste that one. Free attack here. Okay, we can stand on that next round or something, if we're so inclined. Return a unit to our hand and draw a card. Let's do that. Let's return the Spinneret to our hand, maybe? Because that will give us a Lance. If we spawn it, but then we're not going to have enough energy. The Spinneret costs 2, I'm pretty sure. But here's what we can do. We can move, we can shoot. We can post up. And then we can at least bring the Spinneret back into rotation. So now this whole area is pretty well covered. Anything that's coming at us from this way, we can defend against. So now we just need to spawn something that can take on this drill. Something that can take on this drill, man. Okay. I would love to give us some extra armor. Okay, so 1, 2, free attack, another one. Yeah, okay. I think that works. Yeah, that works. So move, free attack. Bonus attack. There we go. Stay stacked. Ooh, look at that. He's gonna do 3 damage. Okay. We are gonna survive then. That was a close one. Because if that had taken out our commander unit and we'd lost all that progress, I would have been disappointed, to say the least. Okay. I think maybe the thing to do then is move Bamboomer up here so we can sort of attack on the diagonal, you know? No! Tell me this isn't the end. That would be such a letdown. Okay, Boomer. We could get up to here with the shred. Alright, let's waste this guy. Maybe entice this guy closer. That would be rad. That would be rad, actually. Give me a shockwave. There we go. Bow, 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 bow. Captain Enigma with the shocking air horn while I'm deep in thought, deep in tactical consideration, because if I lose this one unit ever, the whole game just ends. How are you doing? How's your Tuesday? How's your summertime been? Nice to see you again. I hope things have been swell. I hope you've been well. Pray tell, how have things been going? We're playing some Floppy Knights tonight. We're doing our best. As always, of course. And now we have to be considerate. We have to be tactical. We have to be thoughtful. Can you believe this? Okay, I'm thinking, get our mans into cover, spawn the behemoth, move him onto the spawn. There we go. Another spawn locked down. And if this guy is silly enough, he might just try to cross here and get wasted. Come on, be silly. Yeah, come on, be silly. Yeah, yes. That'll do some damage for us. But not a huge amount of damage. Not enough damage. Here's what I want to do, is put the bamboomer in that grove, that little foresty area there. So how much movement do we need? Bamboomer moves 2, so we gotta spend 1, 2. We gotta spend another 1, 2. We gotta get our big Sparko out of the way. We're gonna use Transplant for that. We're gonna park him right here. Then we can crowd surf, get our free attack off, spend for another attack, bam, and now, that drill's gonna do 3 damage to him. Bam! You love to see a little same team damage, a little team killing. Okay, tell me that's not gonna kill the moth. Oh, nice. They didn't attack. For whatever reason. We're not going to argue with it. We're not going to complain. So, free attack. We'll spawn a Teen Spirit. Give us that Shred card. What would be better here? We've got area attacks. How does that look? Okay. So it just hits everything in that area. But at quite a cost indeed. Let's not use that, in fact. We could instead... We might actually have to. Alright, I'm doing some cost analysis here. I'm thinking it goes like this. Bam. I'm thinking it goes like this. No, wait a minute. How does it go? And what's the spawner under there? That spawner reads... Does it pause when we're standing on top of it? That's a good question. We're about to find out. We're actually not going to find out. You know why? Because we don't have to. We can just do free attack, spend for an extra attack. And these guys can't reach us, even if they wanted to. Okay, now can we kill this guy in, like, 4 turns? That's the real question. That's what we're about to find out. We can finally move the bamboomer up ins. Okay, are we going to get... We are not going to get a big drill attack this turn. Shame. Shame, really. Deal damage equal to the enemy's attack value. I like that, because the attack value of this drill is 3. And that's not bad. So this drill only occupies those 4 spaces. Meaning that we cannot attack it from where we're at. But we could if we were here, presumably. Do we sweet move? I think we might have to sweet move this. Look at all this movement that we got. All of this movement. So I'm thinking step. Kill. Back on the point. There we go. Alright, let's find out if we're even in range from here. We are. Excellent. Then we can get 1,000 cuts. Yes, that would be a very good thing to do. Let's see here, though. Line attack, poison, damage, no. Let's free up some of these steps first. Because we only have so many cards in our hand. Back where you was. The lance. I would love to use the lance. Our crowd surf gets us up there. Just do a regular attack. I feel like doing just a regular attack with the moth is not bad. Yeah. And then you can get back down, back on your spot. Now we can play 1,000 cuts. Okay, look at all these attacks we can do. Yeah! And we're gonna spend these all on the bam... Wait, what? Attack an enemy, deals half damage, rounded up. No, I wanna... This is not, we're not doing the lance or anything. Why can I only attack in big directions like this? No, this isn't fair! You didn't say this was part of the rules. Poison Lance? We're not trying to poison Lance. You're giving it like it's a... Like it's a... No, man. Come on, man, no. I just wasted all those then. I should have kept the moth there. If that was going to be the case. I'm supposed to be able to hit anything here. Come on, man, no. Oh, what a shame. Well, we did do 11 damage to it, though. So it's not a total loss, I guess. Never would have figured that that was the case, though. Okay, can we entice a goblin across the way here? Is that the Vectored Spaceman of the Vector Spaceman show? The one and only? Did you know that you're tuning in to Harbor Station, home of the Vector Spaceman? How are you doing, Scribhart? Scribhart is doing well, I'm sure. On this fancy, fine and dandy Tuesday evening in August. The summertime coming to a close. We are doing our best to... Why is my Bamboomer all of a sudden just doing line attacks? I hate this. He's glitched. Something's gone terribly wrong. I'm going to have to file a complaint. Alright, what can we do here? What can we do here? to do massive damage. We're gonna have to spend 2 movement actions. I really want to entice this sniper into the line of fire here. I think that would be great. I'd be so pleased. We're playing some Floppy Knights tonight. Tactics, card deck building mechanics. Very, very tedious though, unfortunately. Especially some of the dialogue, especially some of the missions. But we're slogging through it. We're trying to get it all done this week. Because I do kinda like it. It's a game that's very good for helping me think of, like, how would it be better? How could we improve on this game? And maybe we'll get to do that someday in one of our game dev streams or something. Wow, I can't believe I'm tuning into the Harbor Station, home of the one and only Vector Spaceman, at https://twitch.tv/Vector_Spaceman. The one and only, you guys. Did you know that you can find us all over the place? In various social media outlets at Vector_Spaceman? Definitely check this guy out because he makes some cool stuff, or so I've been told. So I've heard from time to time, from reputable sources. Alright, we're gonna try to fix this bamboomer issue. Okay, so whatever that was, whatever problem that he had before. Oh no, he's still doubled up for some reason. What is your deal, man? Look at that, he's doing double damage. I don't understand this. But he's got to get out of the way. Alright, this is a problem that kind of solves itself. So we're gonna spend a waste card. Double check the range on that. Okay. And we'll just heal our guy there. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna move into the line of fire before these guys get whacked. So I hear this stuff peaks, allegedly. This stuff does peak. This stuff kind of bangs once in a while. Kind of slaps. This Vector Spaceman guy, though. Alright, if we're lucky, if we're enterprising, then we might be able to finish this guy off. Ooh! By the next turn. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see about that. We're gonna have to see. Area attack. That might actually damage my guy, so I'm a little cautious. But check this out. We can go here. Give him one of these. You just give him one of these. Bam. And then you give him one of these. Bam. Okay. We are going to have to... For whatever reason, our Bamboomer is now doing line attacks. Which is concerning. So I think what we do is we just do a full frontal, bam, bash him in the face. That guy will probably take the bait, try to do some damage to us. That's fine, I guess. We're gonna spend a waste card, end the turn. How many turns are we on now, though? It's gotta be close to 20. The big criticism of the game comes around again. Why do the missions take so long? It is a mystery. No one has a good answer. Alright, but this could be it. Our final turn. Yeah. Lots of attacks. And we'll do it with our commander unit. Shockwave. Bam. There we go. Got him. Win! Big win! Big win! Me taking screenshots so I can make a thumbnail later. The Concoctor. Cycle After Effect. What does that mean? He's got decent speed, decent health, and decent attack, though. So I will take that card, thank you very much. We busted up your machine, mate. Time to get lost. Can't believe you worms interfered with my plans again! Deal with it, cry about it, get used to it, all of these things. What did the kids say? Seethe, get good scrub, skill issue, honestly, yeah. Seriously, skill issue. Alright, Robot says, I've got more than enough shimmerite from this mine, I'm out of here. Okay, get lost. Bernard, don't try to be a hero. Out of the way, I'm on a schedule. Again, lots of dialogue. Not until you return all that... Yeah, what are you planning? Why do you need all this shimmerite? See, why did Bernard even need a line there? Let's be tight and concise with our dialogue. Come on. Are we just padding it at the runtime here? Wouldn't you like to know every juicy little detail? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please don't tell me every juicy little detail. We don't need that much exposition. Let's just say I got some big plans for your Floppy Knights. Okay, well, hold on. Now you're bringing the Floppy Knights into this. You could probably use the words world domination to describe it. Now, really, I'm getting bored. I tried to do a voice. Oh, dear. If you won't get out of my way, I'm sure this drill has one more run left in it. And I wouldn't want to be the one standing in its path. Path. Bernard, bust out. Make a move. Get out of the way. What was that? What was that act? Are we supposed to... He got away again. Oh, that's a good thumbnail. Look at that. Bam. I'm gonna do something with that. Slap a little Spaceman face on there. At least he drilled an exit for us. The amount of shimmerite he stole could power something astronomical. Like a telescope. Or a spaceship. Astronomical. You get it? You get it? You think he's planning something serious? Whatever he's planning, it's big. Bernard, I can't believe you stood up to Felix. That was really brave. I don't know if I would have stood in front of that drill for so long. Okay, Bernard's great. Yes, we get it. Let's move along. You two are always getting me out of scrapes. Let's get out of here. The cavern belongs to the miners again. Miners love caverns, man. We can get our shimmerite and finish work on that special virus. And Bernard can continue his vacation. Yeah, Bernard, time to hit the slopes. Thank you. I think I'll retire from any more hero work. I'll leave the world-saving stuff to the heroic duo. That's us, by the way. That's me and my robot arm. Carlton, I think it's time we ask for some help. Oh, does that mean we're going to... Is the next zone going to be the dude who looks like Alpine Showtime? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, did you get it? I was worried that you might not have gotten it, Scrib. I'm glad that you got it. Okay, we got new side quests, we got new challenges. Did we get any new decks? We did not. Nearly at the end of the game, and we still only have 3 decks. 3 monster types. So Concoctor cycles After Effect. So every turn, we get to move a unit and gain +1 energy next turn. I love that. I love to have that in my hand. Oh, I'm sorry, I see. Because that's a potential commander card. So do we want to replace that with the one that we have? So Sparko cycles Crowd Surf, which lets our units move through units. Concoctor has less health, is ranged attacks. Move a unit and gain +1 energy next turn. So we get more energy every turn. And Sparko's got that dumb ability where his attack and speed swaps every turn, which becomes difficult to keep track of. So let's... Why can't I swap him out? Why can't I swap? Can I do it now? What a weird limitation. Okay, there we go. let's try this concoctor. See what he's cooking up. See what he's concocting. We're gonna try the first mission of the next zone, which is Steel Shore Coast. Get ready for a lot of dialogue because it's a new zone. We'll try one mission from here, and then we'll call it quits for tonight. And then we'll be back again tomorrow for part 2 of our week-long endeavor, trying to get this game donezo, finished up. I love exposition. All right, you're gonna love this then. So there's one thing this game loves, it's giving us lots of back and forth, tedious dialogue. Okay, coastal concerns. We gotta destroy 2 satellites, which means it's gonna be a long mission. Level starts. Probably a huge board, too. Oh, look at these guys, robots. That one's got an egg on its head. Why can't we have these guys? These guys are tech-based. Wouldn't that make more sense for a game called Floppy Knights? Instead, I've got monsters and plants and birds and stuff. You know, just my thoughts. With that Shimmerite, you sure were able to finish your work on the virus quite quickly. Here's hoping it'll be enough to take down Felix. I think it was a wonderful idea to come to the Steel Shore Coast and ask for further assistance. The most elite inventors, technologists, and mechanics reside here. Exactly, and we know it, and we happen to know one of them. Is it? Yeah, it is Rowan. Okay, Rowan, who looks a lot like Alpine. If it isn't Phoebe and Carlton. I wasn't expecting you, but I'm absolutely thrilled you decided to take me up on my offer to visit. What brings you to my humble abode of invention and imagination? Alright, we came to ask for your help, got big trouble, big problems, nefarious blue robot. Do we have to explain the whole story to every character that we encounter, man? We stand a green gamer? Absolutely we do. Who seems to have figured out how to make his own Floppy Knights. No, we didn't tell anyone. Same tech. Using it for evil, though. He's got a lot of Shimmerite. What are your thoughts on this? Because I've been trying to come up with a plan to stop him, so I developed a Shimmerite-infused virus program to take him out. We can get close enough to Felix, we can upload the virus, and we should be able to delete his root files and shut him down. Alright, we have a plan, we have everything we need, we can move on from this. But no, game decides that we need more back and forth dialogue. You never cease to amaze, kid. I don't need to be applauded. I don't need to be, buffed up here. Okay, back and forth. Yes, he's the boss. Yada yada. Okay, so how can I help? If you have a better idea of what he's building, we might be able to track him down. So what do you think about that Shimmerite? It sounds like he wants to power something pretty large. Yeah, obviously, astronomical even. We've been over this. It'd be hard to hide something that big. Interesting. I just noticed those old robots littering my front yard. Those odd robots. Oh, those aren't yours? They most certainly are not. And would you get a load of that? We're also surrounded. Are they Floppy Knights? Yes, obviously Felix is behind it. Let's find out. Do what you gotta do. Careful with the landscaping. Okay, geez Louise. There's so much unnecessary back and forth. See, I'm seeing enough unit variation here that I'm hoping that our 4th, perhaps even final deck is going to be getting to use some of these guys, some of these robots. These off-brand Floppy Knights, which are actually way cooler than the stuff we have. Alright, destroy all the satellites. One here, one here. Are these chasms? Chasms, if you will? Does that mean we need to click on these buttons to produce bridges, maybe? I don't know anything about these guys. What kind of range they have, nothing. So I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go right here. We've got some flyers. That could be helpful. Yeah, see? Like, look at this. Look at this. This guy's got mad range. A mini machine. Okay. Does 2 attack. But he's got 4 health. Okay, we do 3 attack. Let's get some units out here. I wish I had that much range. I know, right? Right? Everybody loves somebody who's got range. This is a very nicely designed card. If you guys can zoom in on that screen. That little step that he's doing, I like that illustration a lot. That's very funny looking. Alright. Let's bring out the behemoth. This is water. Okay. Man, they've got like all angles covered here. Okay, so I'm thinking move, attack, move over to this chasm? No. We only start with 3 energy. Oh no, I already spent some. I already spent some on the behemoth. Duh, Spaceman. Okay, we've got 2 range on our concoctor, so we need to get basically right here or right here. I can risk putting him right there. And wouldn't you know it, that puts us right in range. So we waste this guy. Behemoth, why don't you go right here? Take that guy out. Now you can hide right here, out of range. Now he won't be able to hit you. He will be able to get our concoctor though, and he probably will. We'll attack for 2, which means we'll take 2 damage. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. At least for 1 round. Oh, he didn't even attack. He just ran right up ins. What a silly thing to do. These rocket guys fly? First of all, that's rad. Second of all, how much damage do they do? I swear, if it's like 3 or 4... It's 4 and he flies? Oh, but he's only got a range of 1, so he's got to be right up against us. Okay. So that's not the worst thing in the world. It's just kind of the worst thing in the world. Just marginally the worst thing ever. Let's capture this zone. Let's spawn... Man, we're not going to be able to... I guess we could Bamboomer and Rally. And then we could deal with mostly everybody here. Let's do that then. We'll play Rally. Unfortunately, I don't have any extra attacks. So we're probably just going to have to hit it and shoot and scoot, essentially. I'm thinking we build sort of a base of operations up here, as it were. Because down here's kind of closed off. Alright. Let's worry about you first. Bam! What a shot. Nothing that'll give me an extra attack, eh? No. But we can spawn the Quiver Kid. And we've got a leftover charge. Yeah, buddy. Not so bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. End of the turn. We got a pretty strong force. That's ranged attacks for you. And we got our own flyer. Okay, give me some cards. What do we do here? Let's see. Copycats. Change attack to target attack after attacking. Thankfully, they've only got a range of 1. So we don't have to worry about it too much. We could try to block that spawner. Why not? Why not try doing that? Behemoth, why don't you get up ins? And shred while you're at it. Take out their duper. Then we're gonna manual on the Goost. First of all, are these guys ranged? They sure are ranged. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we gotta deal with them. She. And in order to do that, we got to move the ghost off the spot. Actually, is anybody... Aha, there are dudes down there. So let's move you here in anticipation of them showing up. Now we're going to summon a succulent, which is going to give us bonus cards. We're going to use free movement to get us on the spawner. And I guess we're going to... move our concoctor up here so we can start pelting dudes on the other side. Just like that. Decent, okay. Okay, we kinda got a stratagem going here. This guy here, Egg Champion, kind of like him. Line attack attacks all enemies in a 3-tile line. That's oppressive right there. But what's with the why is there a space in between? Something funky is going on there. Okay, let's get our free attacks in, because why wouldn't you? Okay, Bamboomer, free attack. Spend this, use it or lose it. Finish him off, and then we can summon the Spinneret. So we can get some poison attacks going, yeah. That does some damage to the satellite, and that's what really matters. Okay, drawing some extras. Move Bamboomer a bit. Want to get him closer here so he can start attacking from range. If we put him right here, he could actually start attacking the satellite right on, dead on. Spinneret also has a range attack? No, just range of 1. Okay. Okay. There's gonna be another one of those methodical type missions, I think. Ooh! They got me. If we lose this guy, we lose the whole game. So, just gotta survive. Can attack and get 3 armor. That would be pretty baller. That would be pretty wizard. Let's do that. Bam. How far is your line attack? Not far enough. Not far enough. This game looks sick. I love tactics in games. It's very reminiscent of like Fire Emblem or Advanced Wars, stuff like that. It's just, I find the game boards to be a little too big. The rounds go for way too long compared to something that I love, like Into the Breach, for example, which was always really fast, really constrained. Though that game was more of like a roguelike. This one's more like very linear, very purposeful in its challenges and what have you. Alright, we gotta move some dudes here. So we're gonna move our champion behind the line here. Boomer, you are up. Look at this. Look at this. Bam. Okay, return unit to your hand, draw one card. I don't think we'll use that right now. I think we'll just end the turn with all of our stuff intact. I gotta watch this guy, because he's getting close to my moth. Oh no! My succulent! Oh, my boomer! That got any more damage than I expected. Okay. No worries. We are mighty. Let's get our freebies. Okay, Spinneret, you could tank one of those shots. So let's put you up-ins. Get your attack on. Bam, just like that. Okay, that guy has got range. He's gonna do how much damage? 4 damage, so we're gonna lose our moth, unfortunately. Unless we get double stacked. Look at that. And we'll have one left over to spend on trashing a waste card. Okay, okay. End of turn. Draw a card. Look at that. Tank that damage. And now, he's ours. He's fallen right into our trap. Alright, give me some good cards. Give me stuff I can summon, yeah? Yeah, the Bamboomer's back. He's back. First of all, free attacks. Second of all, this guy's got range? Okay. Maybe it's time to abandon holding down this spawn point. Not before we summon the Bamboomer. Alright, I'm thinking move him up. Free attack to take out this guy. This loser. Bam. Restore 2 HP to all friendly units. Kinda love that, but at the same time, we really do need to move our units. Spinneret, how much damage do? You do 3. We're either going to have to rely on our flying units to get over here, or send somebody down here to press a button. Or maybe it's that button that opens up this one. Let's find out. We've got all this charge. Yeah, there we go. What's this guy's motion? He only moves 3. Okay. Okay, but if we get the Bamboomer up here, 1, 2, 3, then that's perfect. We don't even have to open the secondary diddly-doo. Alright, let's move here, say. That puts us still within range. So let's move here, say. There we go. Everybody's nice and safe, and we can charge in. Next turn. Yeah. Teen Spirit, have you done any damage? Not really, yeah? Not really. You haven't had an attack, so... Oh no! We don't have enough to get you up-ins. But we could send... this guy. There we go. Worth it. Send our little archer in. Our little quiver key. Not to worry. We can tank that. Okay, move the Bamboomer to here. We can start whittling down this guy. Double attacks. This is our heavy hitter right now. Bam. Copycat. Dunzo. You Dunsky. Play a Sunshine card. What do we got here? Alright, let's waste a waste card. What can we do to deal with this fellow? Let's shred, let's attack. Who else can we get in range? This guy moves 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even, because he's a ranged character. So let's park it like it's hot. Let's send a very speedy ghost. Our Teen Spirit. Bam! There we go. Nice and safe. And over the next couple turns, we should be able to move our Bamboomer in effortlessly. Oh dear. Maybe not so effortlessly. We've got enemies coming from all sides. Spinneret does 3 damage. Okay. So if we get Bamboomer here, he goes 1, 2, 3. What's your movement speed? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, we need another one. We would need another one. Alright, so in that case, I guess we do this. We can move. We got a lot of stuff to work with here. First, let's do this. Then we can attack at a range of 3. Take this guy out. And I'm thinking up to here. Play peer pressure. Get that extra damage. Oh yeah. Then we attack, get a free strike card, and I think that's game. Nice to have a big ranged heavy hitter like that. The Shady Shroom. That's a new one. 10 health. 2 attack, kind of slow, so really just a beefy guy. Adds Smog of Spore. And we get 5 little bitcoins, awesome. Yippee! Is that worth some claps, some cheers? I think so. Good job, Spaceman. Well done. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. Cut that off. Alright. We'll take it. So they were Floppy Knights, and strong ones. Fantastic work, kid. Those knights of yours are as impressive as ever. You made quick work of our assailants. But why are they here? Is Felix following us? Obviously, he's a villain. He's like the game's primary antagonist at this point. Listen, kid, as a mentor and friend, I'd rather you be safe and get out of here. Phoebe, I've just run a search for current events in the Steel Shore Coast area. According to the Daily Diode, there have been attacks by these mysterious knights all up and down the coast. It looks like the knights are trying to storm the Technology and Mechanics Innovation Lab. What is that? What does that spell out? TMIL. That doesn't make anything funny. Come on, if you're gonna make acronyms, at least make them funny. That's like comedy writing 101. Come on. Sounds boring. Why would they storm that place? Oh no. Okay, we get some insight. That's why Rowan's here. The TMI lab. Okay, so maybe it is a pun. The TMI lab is in the center of town. They conduct various forms of research. I'm not sure what someone might want there specifically. Alright, let's go. Could be our chance to take him out once and for all. Thank goodness. Okay, we got it done. Huzzah! Next mission, defeat all enemies, don't lose any units. Sounds rad. And it's called Into the Breach. That's the name of a better game. What could we add here to our deck? Do we really want to use the Shady Shroom? Attack all adjacent enemy and inflict poison. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. What could Shady Shroom replace? Something that does a 2 attack. Birdseye adds Mock. Shady Shroom only has a 1 range. Teen Spirit also only attacks for 2, but he's fast. And he gives us movement cards. Succulent also gives us movement and attack cards. I just don't think there's a place in the deck for the Shroom right now, for the Shady Shroom. Unless we were to take out an extra attack card or something. Or an armor card. Transplant is great. Or a mend card. That one... You know, let's try taking out mend and putting in the Shady Shroom. The shadiest, shroomiest fellow. Because having more units on the board is probably safer. Is probably wiser. It's probably a good thing to do. And then we can use some of these cards that inflict self-damage on something like the Shady Shroom, because he's got so much health to deal with, to tank, as it were. Okay, I think we'll keep it as is for now. And that, you guys, that's another installment of Floppy Knights. I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Just going to head on back to the main title. Look at this. We got all of our hooligans, all of our shenaniganery inducing delinquents that we've got in our deck right now. Awesome. Okay. Let's get ready to wrap things up, shall we? Let's take off these gaming hands here and let's head on back to the main screen. Wow, here we are. Fantastic. Whew, well, we finally got through it. Part 1 of what'll probably be a 2 or 3 part streaming extravaganza this week. We're gonna get this game done. By golly, we're gonna finish it up so that it's once and done forever and ever. Never have to come back to it. Not that it's the worst game in the world, but I just keep finding myself thinking, this could be so much better. And thankfully, we're gonna take some of those ideas, I'm sure, in the future and use it to maybe inspire us to do something similar. Because I just love the idea of these mons stuck in a floppy disk. That's such a good idea. It is a wee bit rough, unfortunately. Unpolished. They needed a spaceman to help kick up some of these ideas. That's what they really needed. Surely. Clearly. Alright, you guys. Now, before we close off for the evening, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to set up a little raid ski here. Send you off for some more great content for your evening. Do you guys know anything about this new knock feature that's on Twitch? So apparently you can, it's a lot easier to do, impromptu collabs and stuff now. You just, knock, ask for permission from another streamer that you're familiar with, and that starts up, a a voice call. That's not what we're doing here, but I'm just seeing a lot of knock icons on the raid screen here. They really want folks to use this new feature, I guess. Okay, but here's what we're gonna do. Apparently the knock thing's really rough around the edges. I believe it. It's a brand new feature. It's gonna take a while to work out some kinks, no doubt. But speaking of brand new features, how about brand new games? I'm gonna send you guys off to see friend of the show, Corey Ojo. Corey Ojo is playing that Wukong, Black Myth Wukong game. Little action-adventure, Monkey King sorta game. We're gonna see what it's all about, because I really haven't seen much about it, other than the fact that it looks stylish, and people seem to be having fun with it. So let's set up that raid. Remember to say only nice things. Be on your best behavior, because Corey Ojo is a longtime friend of the show. In fact, let's do a shout out before we go. For the Corey Ojo Show. Yo, there you go. Corey does live appearances and special events and super cool streams, and she even appears on our animated specials from time to time, which is, the coolest thing of all. So definitely check her out. Be kind, be respectful when we send you over there. We're gonna get that set up, ready to go. Looks like everything's ready. So, Space Cadets, as always, that's it, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight, wherever and whenever you are. You can join us again tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, live, right here at Harbor Station. We'll catch you on the other side, Space Cadets. We're going to be doing some more Floppy Knights. We don't stop till we're all flopped out. We're going to get this game donezo, so we can move on to some cool new stuff. Alright, you guys. We got a raid set up. We're going to send you off for some more great content for your evening. Until next time, Space Cadets, no matter what life throws your way, good luck and Godspeed. This is Vector Spaceman, signing off. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Take care. See y'all again tomorrow or whenever. Bye-bye. So long. See you guys. We're fading out. Bye-bye. Take care. We're about to stream. We're about to raid. We'll see you again later. Bye-bye.